Hi class, it's Professor Christine Messier. We are entering the end of our week 2 of Business 150 for the summer. So I want to thank you for all the great work you did in the first week. I'm seeing some really great discussion posts, some excellent case studies. So thank you for your efforts. And I know that it's difficult to do 2 chapters in a week, but you're doing a great job. I want to go through and give you a couple of tips of what I've seen, what you can do in the future, and just a few overall things for you. The first is, as I said, so far so good. Now, the discussion contributions. Make sure that you are thoroughly sharing your insights. Make sure it's relevant to the chapter. You're using concepts that you're reading in the chapter, and that you are thoroughly responding to your classmates. Please do not just write a comment that says, "Thanks so much for reading my post." It needs to be in more depth to be counted. The other thing is, my pet peeve is when people use discussion posts as if they are texting us. You need to use proper grammar, you need to capitalize letters when it's appropriate, and proper punctuation. So please, this is academic writing. Please treat the discussion topics and your contributions in your post like academic writing. In the case studies, again, they've been really good. It's really important when you're answering the questions for the case studies that you are demonstrating your understanding of the concepts that are presented in the chapter. So you need to reference and use that information, those concepts, and those terms that are in the chapter to answer the questions. Again, just your personal opinion or your observations about the case study does not demonstrate your knowledge of the concepts. Make sure that you format correctly. I do not want to take points away from you simply because you didn't follow the formatting. I have a list of the instructions on every case study assignment, and then I also provided a case study sample under the assignments tab in Blackboard. Now, as far as citing your sources, for the case studies, for now, you do not need to have a full references list at the bottom. Especially if it's just about your textbook. If you're only citing your textbook, you don't need to do a full citation at the bottom of your case study. It's only if you use outside sources. Now for the final paper, that's going to be different, but I'll give you instructions on that at another time. If you are quoting material directly from the textbook, you do need to have an in-text citation that has the author's name and the page number from which you found that information. If you are paraphrasing content, then your in-text citation is just the author's name. I hope that's clear for everyone. And also, the best way, the fastest way to get in touch with me is not through regular email, but through the Blackboard messages feature. So when you're in Blackboard, click on messages on the left-hand side and send me an email. I automatically get an update when someone has sent me an email through that process. The school email address has to be checked on the web, and so it's not something that comes to me immediately. So that's your fastest way to get in touch with me is through the Blackboard messages. Again, thank you so much for the work you've done so far. I'm looking forward to reading your case studies, seeing your quiz grades that are due this Monday at 10 p.m. So great work, keep it up, and have a fantastic weekend.